Hey guys, Desolate Magic back with another great deck. If you saw my live stream, you know this thing's awesome. I don't think I even lost with it. I think I won like 5 in a row, and it's kind of fun, and I actually made it better. It's a lot more like hardcore, crazy, powerful now. And it plays against everything in the meta. Those were the adjustments I made. I put in a lot more flyers for that stupid bullshit rogues deck. So it's called Chant Small because this is the I don't care about mill, I'm just going to beat him anyway version. It started at like 90 cards because it's a reasonable defense against mill. It's not always a good idea, but I had to go closer to 60, and this should be 60. I'm just not really done with the deck yet because I don't want to diffuse the power cards like Banishing Light. I don't want to make that 4 out of 90. I want to make it 4 out of 60. So this may be as small as it can reasonably get. I'm not pulling a Frogify. I'm not pulling Control. I'm not pulling another Constellation trigger, and I'm not pulling the one-ofs. So I guess it's going to be 70 cards. But hey, I still think the deck needs a little work, even though I'm just absolutely walking up and down people's asses with it in the ranked play. But, you do you. So this is unbelievable, pushed, game-ruining, in a vacuum, don't even need synergy bombs that never should have been printed, mixed in with Constellation and enchantments. So we start off with all that glitters. I mean, duh. +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. You just swing and win the game. Then we got Luminarch Aspirant, a card that never should have been printed. This is the pinnacle of Mark Rosewater pushed power horseshit design. This card is a disgrace. I hate it. I mean, remember when Johnny's Primate was like the killer card? This is it, but without the entire rest of the deck. You don't need any support. You need no synergy. You just drop this in for 2 and win the game. You've got a game-ending threat that they need to deal with immediately. And you can target anybody else with the counter, which is ridiculous. Somebody with lifelink, death touch, flying, trample, equipment, double strike. I mean, just this card is too powerful. They need to ban this. It's not even, it's in this deck and this deck wins too much. No, they need to ban this card because this card is this card. I don't care about numbers or the meta or anything. You can't just get a counter for free while doing nothing. You just drop this in and just forget about it. No mana, no tapping, no discarding, no anything, no energy, no counters. It's just, here, get bigger. I mean, that's just broken. I mean, I started with 4 of these in the deck because why the hell wouldn't you? But it turns out I really, really, really do need those recurring enchantment triggers. But I put 1 in. So then we got Pacifism. You really do need to stop creatures' triggered and activated abilities, not their swinging with this deck. But whatever, so I put in 2. I mean, it is what it is. I got 4 Frogifys. So then we got Transcendent Envoy. You need flyers to stop rogues. A 1/2 ain't going to do it. But with auras costing 1 less, that's huge. It only affects, I think, 80% of the auras in this deck or something like that. But it's good. I mean, I turned around the game single-handedly with this. I went from I'm going to lose on the next turn cycle to the guy just forfeited because I just made all my auras cost half, dropped in 4, and the game was over. So then we got Frogify. The creature's gone, let's be honest. This is literally blue removal for 2. This thing's insane. Absolute classic staple, one of the most powerful blue cards ever printed. It turns it into a 1/1, and if it's a mutate creature, people don't understand how this works at all. 2 different ways they don't understand how this works. I've had people time me out because they think I'm cheating. I've had them try to mutate on top of this and then forfeit when it doesn't work because they don't understand the rules. And with Protean Thaumaturge, it gets even more complicated, but basically this is an ongoing change effect, and the second that you get rid of Frogify, it turns back. So it is perpetually, every time, like the status is checked, every time, what do they call that, priority is passed, it becomes a frog. So it doesn't change back and forth over and over. It's just, is it still a frog? Is it still a frog? Is it still a frog? And if this is still in play, this is a perpetual effect. So, when I have Protean Thaumaturge, it's Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under control, you may have Protean Thaumaturge become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability. So you just keep copying your biggest creature or their biggest creature every time an enchantment enters play that you control. And this is just devastating, especially if you can make him bigger, which is, that old Eldritch Moon card or whatever. I love that thing. You clone it, but make it like 1 or 2 bigger. Oh my gosh. But, okay, Frogify triggering this. Very, very, very common. They're both blue. They both cost 2. Very common. So, you hit something with the Frogify, it instantly turns into a 1/1 frog, and then you target it with this ability as an after effect on the stack and clone it. Why do I get the real version and not a frog? People are wondering this and, accusing me of cheating. Well, because, all the rules about cloning and copying say you copy its exact state as it is right now. That is about 70% of the rule. The other 30% is why that doesn't work. Equipment, no, that you don't take its current power or toughness or anything unless you change the text on the card. If an outside effect is changing the creature, then you ignore that, which that's just the entirety of why Frogify turns it into a frog, and then you get the good version of it. You get the original, even though you target it after it turned into a frog. Also, that targeting is mandatory, but you can decline the trigger, which is unbelievably annoying on Arena. You're going to see how annoying that is. I hate it. But play through it. This deck's insane. Very hard to beat. So yeah, this is just game ending. Just whatever they bring out. Oh, look, I got a 14-14. Cool. Now I do too. There you go. They bring out a Scoot Swarm and I haven't pulled mine yet. Guess what? I'm copying theirs and I'm turning theirs into a frog. There, now I have one and you don't. Ta-da. So yeah, I usually trigger this on pin downs or like exiles. If you do it in the right order, you should be able to get it to work. I'm still trying to set that up in Arena to see if it works. You have to turn off auto trigger sorting or time sorting, stack sorting, whatever, and then do it yourself. But I haven't had it come up since I did that. But yeah, we got Nessian Wanderer next. That's Constellation. Just look at the top 3, grab a land, put it in your hand. Real simple. Just keep the mana coming. There's a little bit of landfall in there too, not much. I only put in 1 though, because I mean, he's a 1/3 for 2, which is cool. That can stop some stuff, but he's never useful. Then we got Staggering Insight, the most powerful card in the deck by far. So enchant creature gets +1/+1 and lifelink, and when it hits, draw a card. That is a big combination of things when you're stealing their biggest thing and then getting like rewarded for it. Lifelink, that's huge. I've won entire games where I swing for like 10, they swing back for, 11, and it's just 11 damage is nothing, basically. It's like it's not even happening. So yeah, 4 of these, and this is why you don't want the deck to be 90 cards, because you want this to show up in every single game, which even then it's not going to happen, but you want it to have the highest chances, so you don't want to diffuse it. Then we got Banishing Light, gets rid of anything. I don't need to explain it. It's an enchantment though, so you get the triggers. Very nice. Then we got Nahiri's Binding, just a garbage discount version of Banishing Light, and by discount I mean it's actually harder to cast. So I mean, you enchant creature or planeswalker, which is kind of cool, and then it can't use any abilities or blocks. Still, triggers go off, and that pisses me off because, I mean, Scoot Swarm. So this doesn't really do anything other than make it not there, like as far as battle and like, the combat step goes, but other than that, it's definitely still there. But the fact that you can pin down a planeswalker, this is pretty funny. We just need another Banishing Light. I even pay 4 for it. I don't care. Give me what's that garbage one people used to play? I don't know. There's a 4-cost one that's literally Banishing Light. Anyway, we got Hydra's Growth. I mean, come on. I almost put more in, but I didn't want this to be like an all-in, blow up my creature or lose, and then if they do, I lose. But double. Are you kidding me? I mean, you drop this in, you get the trigger, and then you just go. I mean, if you can stack up a Staggering with a Hydra's Growth, that's it. You just won. I mean, it's ridiculous. So there is only 1, because, it's up there. I want a lot of 2-drops in this deck. It is 3. It's only 1 green. Okay, but, they're just going to target the creature and blow it up. It's basically mandatory that you run creature removal in your deck in some amount, or you are going to lose against literally everything in the meta, because there's so many broken single-handedly win the game cards in Standard right now because of the push power level and the careless playtesting that you need removal. So it's like, why would I put something that's a removal lightning rod in the deck at more than 1 copy? If you want to do it, go for it, but you'll just get a bunch of gimmicky games where they either blow up your creature and they win, or they don't and then you win. Wow, how exciting. So then we got Nexus Wardens. This one's huge. A 1/4 with reach. That's huge. And then Constellation, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under control, you gain 2 life. A little bit of life gain, a little bit of blocking, just an extra trigger to keep you alive and just keep the game going. And you can make this guy a lot bigger with Hydra's Growth and a little bit bigger with Staggering Insight. So this is the rogue blocker. That's why I went up to 3. Otherwise, 2 life, who cares? I mean, who cares? 2 life ain't going to do nothing, but with the amount of, enchantments you drop in, if you get this guy in early enough, you could, basically play the game with 30 life instead of 20 with how much you gain. So it's not nothing, but I just like the reach. Very, very useful. A lot of people forget about it too. A lot of people swing into reach like an idiot. So then we got Scoot Swarm, because of course I'm going to put this in. I mean, it's not a landfall deck, but I don't care. I'll win with it. I mean, with Nessian Wanderer, I used to have more of both, and then I just cut them because I'm like, this isn't a landfall deck and I got to trim this. So I'm not happy about it, but whatever, I'm sick of winning this stupid card, and it's a broken card, and it's going to be banned probably, so who gives a shit? Then we got Setessan Champion. Now, I had trouble cutting one of these, because these things are like the whole deck. They're a 1/3 for 3, which is pathetically weak, which is why I cut them down to 3, but Constellation, Enchantment ETB, put a 1/1 counter on it forever, and then draw a card. You can just go. I mean, you can just hit the gas pedal and just, here's one. Oh, look, I top decked one. Here's one. Oh, look, I top decked one. Here's one. And just keep going. Now you got a giant creature. Your lifelinker's got bigger. Your flyers got bigger. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's truly ridiculous. I love this card, but I mean, I had to cut something, and it wasn't going to be staggering, and it wasn't going to be removal. So, is what it is. Then we got Archon of Sun's Grace. This, once again, I would love it to be 4 of, but I mean, you don't want a double white 4 cost in your opening hand. A lot of stuff I noticed because a lot of people go kind of wide-ish instead of tall with a bunch of creatures that tend to have about 3 or 4 toughness, usually 2 or 3. And this will just stop them. And then if they swing with a whole line, you'll block some damage and then recover some from the 3 lifelink. And God help them if you make this bigger. I don't love it when I'm forced to stack a Staggering Insight on it. But, you know, the on-hit ability, it's already flying. It's just a waste of lifelink, but whatever. And then this thing with Hydra's growth, just forget it. You already won. So every time you cast an enchantment, you get a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token. As long as this is in play, other Pegasuses have lifelink. So this thing is absolutely insane. I mean, I'd love to run 4 of, but like I said, this can't be an 80 card deck, so I'm not. It just is what you got to cut the top, keep the bottom. I mean, you can't have, you know, all Constellation and not enough enchantments, and you can't have all enchantments with nothing to trigger it. And some games go that way because this is kind of like a 20-20-20 deck. Then we got Felidar Retreat just because it's so powerful. This isn't a landfall deck in any way. It's just lands are going to enter play once in a while. I'd love to make all my stuff bigger. That's great, especially the lifelinkers. And I'd love to go wide with beasts. So whatever wants to happen, and this counts as an enchantment entering the battlefield. Yeah, it costs 4, so whatever. I started with 1, I put in 2 because it just tends to win the game so often. And then the last card that unfortunately I had to include, I'm not happy because I cut most of the landfall. This is primarily Constellation, secondarily landfall. I even cut Cultivate completely. Also, the deck you might have noticed doesn't run any basic lands by design. But this is here for the second ability. Deals X damage to each creature with flying. So take your rogue deck and go bye-bye for about 4 mana. That's fine with me. And then, you know, worst case, I'll go get a land or 2 or 3, or if I'm just drawing nothing but lands, I'll go get 7 of them and just empty the deck of my lands. And this goes to get any land, not just basic lands. So I like it. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Also, if you're just absolutely top decking trash, like you're doing nothing but lands, why would you want more of them? Well, go get one of the lands that has cycling. And then cycle it and draw a different card. So you just took, you know, maybe 10 freaking lands out of your deck with this thing, and then just cycle into something you actually give a crap about. You'd probably be out of mana at that point, but it's nice. So then we got Temples, because this is a sensitive deck. You really need as much scry as possible, and it all went into the land slot because it couldn't afford anything up here. Because unfortunately, oh my god, would the card Eyes Everywhere have been great. But Eyes Everywhere cycled out, unfortunately. It's a shame. I think that was a Dimir card. It was so good. Oh, and by Dimir card, I mean a Dimir Guild card, not it was black and blue. You might understand now why I don't like people saying, I'm running a Dimir deck, and you're just referring to the colors, not Dimir cards from the Dimir Guild. Anyway, so Scry 1, gain life, because why not? Obviously, it's going to go white heavy. Then we got, you know, life gain. This is, you know, it exists, so I put it in. I mean, what am I going to do? Put in another temple? I think there wasn't white blue and there wasn't green blue, so that's a shame. But even if there was, I'd rather have the scribe. But these do come in untapped, so if you need that turn 3 mana on turn 3, you might have one of these in your hand and then you're good to go. You know what, screw it, let's check. Wrong, already in there. Okay, well, there you go, that's all you get. So, I mean, would I have loved, you know, landfall option Mammoth and then swing big? Yeah, cool, but this is like a not temporary swing condition, I'm going to get past you, ooh, kind of deck. There's no instants, there's no sorceries, there's no ambush. It's just, it is what it is. Oh, we got the Triomes in here just for, none of them are the right colors, by the way. None of them. None of the Triomes that exist are the right colors, but they're here to be cycling late game. Otherwise, they're basically just a garbage dual land that comes in tapped, but with cycling 3. So, hey. Also, it throws off your opponent. That's always fun. So I would take all 6 of these out if we had better versions of this, because that would work really nicely. When you need the mana, you could have it, because it would be like 10 of the cards, but it's not. So we're running actually 28 lands in a 70 card deck, which is pretty good. That, believe it or not, is 40% of the deck. You might think 40% of the deck is lands. That's insane, but you need to get there. You need to get to 3, and then you need to get to 4, and then you need to just sit there and dump enchantments. I mean, in the average game, you need to get to 7, 8, or 9 lands in play, and the way to do that is to have 40% of your deck be lands. The game will backfire spectacularly, and you'll get stuck at 2 or 3 over and over and over if you go down to a more normal, like 33%. So trust me on that one. So, you know, yeah, I could build a more Constellation deck. I could even add a color, add in more enchantment to make it more powerful, but I'm already sick of the fixing not working and backfiring. And an all-in Constellation deck tends to just be aura, aura, aura. You know, I could put in some sagas, but none of them are good enough, and they'll just slow down the game, make my deck slower, and make me more susceptible to blitz decks. So I think this is as good as this archetype is going to get, and let's play a game and show it off. I think I'll just do one live, too. That's way more fun. So let's jump into it. And like I said, we played this on stream, and I got, 5 wins in a row without losing or something? So, I mean, this is a damn good deck. All right, so some days it feels like this only has like a 50% win rate, but, you know, whatever. By the way, starting with 4 lands is actually really good, because you can temple your way out of it. See, I don't know what he's running. That's what pisses me off, but right now I don't need more lands. I'm going to kick myself if he's running rogues. Getting really sick of that stupid overpowered deck where every 1, 2, and 3 cost creature swings for like 7. Oh, that deck is just disgusting. Alright, so we're going to obviously get some green in there. There we go. Hate play to turn behind. I'd love to have this in, but at least they let me go first for once. That's a miracle. You don't see that much these days. Getting sick of this card too. Add that to the ban list. Never should give every single color access to that for 1 mana. Call me crazy. So right now I don't need the 3rd mana immediately, so I will drop that in regardless of color. There we go. You might think, oh, the Triome's better. No, I don't need red. So this is actually a blue-white land in my opinion. Or as far as I'm concerned, I should say. So this is a Knight's Equipment deck. I'm glad I'm going first, and I'm glad this is spectacularly backfiring on him because I'm drawing garbage. We got 2 more lands that I didn't need. That's great. None of them are flying, so I don't feel bad about that mulligan. See, what are these? Oh, yeah, great. He's going super wide. This deck doesn't do super wide. It has point removal, so... Alright. Gonna do what we're gonna do. I could have dropped an Archon and just hit go, but I think he has some sort of removal he's sitting on. So we're gonna just test the waters, and honestly, a 1-3 or 1-4, he ain't getting past that. So it'll pump the brakes a little bit. It'll get his tokens killed, just give me some breathing room to maybe pull something better. And we will drop this in. These are the 2 that can drop in immediately, so that's good. And I think I'm going to stay on defense just to absolutely stop the 1-1 in case he gets more and considers them expendable. And now he knows I can double block too, so he's really not going to send them unless he's desperate to do damage. But then again, Shadow Spear. So with 5 cards in hand, I have a feeling he's going to try to set up a board state instead of Shadow Spear and get the cheap, easy stuff. Oh, giving me free card draw is a death sentence. Anybody playing that card, you better be damn confident your deck's better than the other person's, and you're probably wrong. Alright. Well, I mean, with this setup, though, if it's like night, 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 and free crap, yeah, he probably could benefit from 1 individual card more than I could, but we'll see. Alright, well, that was stupid. I don't think he has a 1-cost ambush, you never know. I mean, boost spells are boost spells, but nope, he didn't do it. Alright, we got Wanderer, that'll get me more lands. Great. I'm going to need life gain. I know how much damage I'm about to take, and I'm going to need life gain. And also, he's going to be swinging into a 3/4 with lifelink. That's not something you should do. So, you can see how that just pumps the brakes. I mean, like I said, a lot of popular decks, ooh, that'll be fun, like to just sit there and swing with like 2/2s, 3/3s, 3/4s, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that ain't going to fly with Archon, because you're not going to get a net positive, and if you will, it's not net positive enough. And then I just make this bigger. So hopefully I get an opportunity to clone my own Archon. That starts getting really ugly really quick. I'm going to need 1 freaking enchantment. Unfortunately, this is 1, but I kind of want it out first. But, you know, I haven't drawn an aura yet. I just want 1 in case I do. But whatever, we'll make it work. So I'm going to drop in him first, him second, clone him, and get a double trigger. Hopefully I have 4 Pegasuses and be good to go. It's probably Pegasi. Let's kill one of those, kill one of those. Oh, really? I don't want to kill you anyway. I wanted to kill him. Actually, I really should kill the token generator, duh. It's just, I know what I'm about to play, so I don't give a shit. I don't care how many tokens he drops into play. I've already won, unless he casts something drastic. And there's something drastic, unfortunately. I'm going to lose the only target I gave a shit about, and now I need to remove that immediately or lose the game. Welcome to Embercleave, which should have been banned a long fucking time ago. Great. So that's some bullshit. At least he died. How much is that to re-equip? 3. Oh, it's not high enough. Not high enough. Not with these 2. I mean, there's worse equipment than that in the game, in my opinion, but this is just, the timing of it is such utter horseshit. I am so sick of it. So, there's nothing good enough in play right now to clone, to be perfectly honest. I can't believe this. So I'm just gonna pack the field. Just call it a day. You know what? If this is my only trigger, I don't need it right now. Yeah, let's do it. I wanted to save that for cycling, you know, just to go get a better card next turn, but you got to think ahead like that. He's going to equip Embercleave. He's not going to block anyway, but, I mean, I might lose him. I don't really care. I mean, Constellation 2, cool. All that glitters. Okay, there we go. There we go. You get an Envoy, you get that. I clone something. This maybe on Menace, sure. All right, I won't get the Trample or the Lifelink because those are sourced by this, and it goes away the second this goes away, so that's an outside influence getting it, so the cloning does not work that way. I just hope he does as close to nothing. Like, just equip Embercleave, swing, that's it. I don't care. I'll throw him in front of the bus, whatever. Prevent some portion of 8 damage. I probably shouldn't. I should just let it through. He's thinking. He's trying to finish me off this turn. Whenever they take this long, they're trying to calculate, okay, what would be 13? So that can't be good. Oh, that'll do it. Yep, and he's got 3 left. That's not good. I hate Lord's cards. So this is normally a fast blitz tribal deck, which goes really wide with tokens, and this deck doesn't usually beat that. So if I lose, I won't be surprised. I'm actually surprised that I'm still in this. But if he wouldn't have had that Embercleave, or if I just would have let him through, I would have won already. I would have had just, 10 lifelink in the air, and there's just nothing you can do about that. So I think I'll just take... You know what? I don't need more lands. I'm not going to take 10. Oh, he's got Menace. Well, fuck you then. All right, I'll just take it. Here we go. Oh, and it's lifelink too. Great. So I need a giant Air Force. There we go. There's that Air Force I requested. Oh, I should have made that white. That was stupid. All right. So it's going to be... Is that white? Yeah, good. Envoy. There we go. And this is where everything goes to shit for him. Are you ready? Oh, look at that. I get a free card. That's so nice. There we go. Yes, I do want to do that. And then, all that glitters. Let's see. What do I want to put it on? I almost should put it on a defensive creature, but I need the sheer life gain. So I'm going to put it on the one that doesn't have... Oh, boy. The one that doesn't have Summoning Sickness. Target a creature. I don't know. Target myself or so. I don't... Who cares? I don't know. Whatever. Just decline it. You have to target a creature every time. You just need to hit decline if you don't actually want to turn it. But I've actually turned it into like one of these, gotten the trigger, and then dropped in another one and turned it into something better just to get a bonus trigger. That's a little trick you can do. It's always fun. If I didn't swing with this, I could kill this. They would both die, but I could kill it. But I got these boys right here, and I ain't scared. I mean, that's a pile of damage, but I mean, it's, what is it now, 13? 13, yeah. And you're giving me bonus cards. Uh-oh. Okay, if I lose this turn, I'm going to be disappointed, but I'll upload this anyway, because this is like some damn good gameplay. I mean, for real, this is like a real game. There's some back and forth. It's tense. It's interesting. We're making decisions. We're doing tricks. Nobody's just bulldozing the other person into oblivion on turn 4. I mean, this is a damn good game of Magic at this point. I don't care who wins other than my rank. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Oh, driving the stake through my heart. Anyway, I'll probably just throw my army of Pegasi in front of him and just get a new army next turn and then get rid of... Actually, yeah, no, I just want to lower the damage. No trample, no trample, no trample. And then I'll just exile him next turn. I don't need to kill him. Huh. It's interesting. I mean, one swing and I'm dead, so it's like, okay, I got to throw something in front of him. I don't know if he swings with everything. I think he knows it'll backfire. Yeah, so he's not going to swing. Like, that's not a good idea. So here we go. I got to make sure that I can stack something that I can potentially go get. Or, wait. No, I did that wrong. I shouldn't have played it because now I don't want to know. Because now this, I don't want to put it on the bottom of my library because it's the most powerful card in my deck. But the second I drop in Banishing Light, he's going to look at the top 3, and that's going to the bottom because it's not a land. So I actually didn't want to know that. I should have dropped in Branchloft because I didn't want to know that information. And I don't want to purposely get a land. I have 2 of them. All right. I'd leave 2. I would too. Yep. He knows. He knows how many Pegasuses are coming at his face. He knows what's up. I'm actually a little surprised he didn't try to play that out with the amount of cards he had in hand. But yeah, that's... One big removal will do it. That's why every deck has to have removal, and you got to be real careful about when you play it. Yes, I know I literally just top decked it, but you still, I would have held it that almost the whole time until Embercleave came out. Not just, oh, it would be a slightly better board state, and I could hit for 2 more damage if I exile something. No, screw that. So let's play one more game, I guess. Let's see. Let's play another Magic Cat battle. Look at that little kitty in the middle there. Look at him, he's so cute. Look at that. He's reaching for the stars. Ooh, versus Basri. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, Sandy boy. I hate sand. It gets everywhere. It gets in everything, and it's so coarse. Or whatever that is. Oh, we got Hydras with a Transcendent, with an Archon, with a Setessan, and 3 lands. That is pretty spicy. Of course they're not going to let me go first, because they never do. The last game was a massive anomaly. So, you really do want, like, the temples out there. Frogify. Okay, no matter what he's running, I want it, and that's red. So, I want it. I want one of his things. Oh, a red deck. This is probably red-white warriors, and he didn't pull white, but it's a really good starter. So he's going to run me over. So I have no way to drop this in right now. It's come and tap, come and tap, come and tap. But the colors on this would be the most beneficial right here because we got all 3 covered. So you got to overthink everything because in this deck, it's not overthinking. It's just thinking. Okay, what the hell is he playing? Okay, well, Transcendent. Oh, he's going to blow him up. Obviously. Okay. Well, in case I need to cycle... There we go. In case I need to cycle later, I'm making these 2 my last 2 that I play. Just drives me nuts that one of these has a special frame and one doesn't. I should just buy it. I keep thinking, oh, these are different cards. Well, they are. I mean, I don't want to think they're literally the same card, but I think the art would give it away. We got, green versus, pink. What is he waiting for? I mean, I don't want him to blow this up. I'm assuming he has removal, but he would have used it. But maybe he's like, oh, this isn't important enough. But, like, look what it makes my whole deck 1 cheaper. Like, come on. It's auras only, though, isn't it? Yeah, it's not all enchantments. That would be, like, really messed up. Okay, now I'm just confused. I don't know what the hell is going on. Can somebody tell me what's going on? Oh, mutate. But is it mono red mutate? I don't know what the hell I'm playing against. This is some weird shit. You know what? I'm just going to piss him off. I'm not going to go Hydra's Growth until I know what's going on. Sometimes playing slow and cautious on, like, what's the first game, I mean, it's all first game, it's best of 1, is the smarter route. Yeah, I really want this on him. And that's how you win games. So, this is pretty good. I mean, think about it. I got him down to 15 and I'm at 21. I've got a triple advantage and he has a frog. And watch, he'll mutate on top of it and forfeit. I'm calling it right now. He's going to mutate on top of it and forfeit. I can't wait to see what color this is. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Godzilla. This is like one of those weird mutate decks where it's closer to like an appropriate power level. Lethal damage dealt to creatures you control is determined by their power rather than their toughness. Oh, neat. Well, now you're a frog. All right. It's just so mean. So now here's where you want to count. How much do I really need? And by counting, I mean just do it blindly and figure it out later. Oh, look, I don't need any more mana. Cool. Just kidding. I do. We're doing it all together. If he had removal, he would have used it. If he top decks removal, good for him. I mean, the luck will catch up with you once in a while. All right, here we go. Flappy Birds. All right, what's he going to do? Here we go. This is like punching a toddler. I mean, this is just... I mean, these are ass-kicking cards, but I've got ass-kicking frogs. So, I mean, and I'm sitting on 2 Banishing. He literally can't win the game now. It's impossible. I can't imagine what he would pull now. Maybe Scoot Swarm? And I'll just get rid of it, so who gives a shit? So, I should have played Setessan first, but I wanted to see if he has some kind of weird response to this. Okay, there we go. So it's not always about, oh, I need to min-max everything. It's like, whatever. So now I'm actually... Oh, yeah, well, the other thing is I wanted to draw the card, and the Felidar is 4 cost. Because I wanted a better card than this. I don't need this right now. I don't need more triggers. That's another good reason to wait. So let's do that. Oh, I should have done Temple just to rig my next draw, but whatever. This deck's impossible to pilot. All right, that's probably lethal anyway. Yep. So there's that. You know, I only plan ahead so far. That was such a garbage game. I'm just going to do another one. Oh my God, that was so bad. Plus, I'm probably gonna level up here. It'd be funny if I just kept playing until I ranked up. There we go. All right, let's do it. Cat battle. This deck's good. It wins. People don't expect it. They don't know how to play against it because they're stupid net deckers who only know what things do in their own little bubble. They don't even know what half the cards in my deck do. That's a big advantage. So, okay, 4 plus, whatever. Hopefully he's running rogues. This is just a rogue killer. Oh, come on. Can somebody run rogues against this damn deck? I just keep getting matched up against the same bullshit over and over and over because the game thinks that's what'll beat me. Because in the 10-20% of games that I've actually realistically lost with this deck, like Red White Warriors was one of them. Although this isn't that. What is this? Landfall? I don't know what the hell this is. They know I lose to Scoot Swarm, so that ain't news. I could use that. That's a pretty damn good card. One of the better two, and I just top decked the best one, so might as well put these in order or I get confused. Yeah, this is Landfall. This is Scoot Swarm trash. Great. Okay, that is not what we needed right there. That's not what I wanted to see. What the Okay, let's just start making shit cheaper and dropping stuff in. Here we go. Usually I'd check the colors, but let's be honest, I've already lost. Who gives a shit? What's he gonna do now? Oh, good! I get to lose my one flyer to an obscure card that nobody mainboards. Great. I'm real happy about that. Cool, thanks. Alright, f this. Let's kick him in the nuts. He doesn't have another one. I know he doesn't have another one. This is gonna single-handedly kill him with staggering. That's not good. Well, you can't pay it. Who gives a shit? Oh, did you run out of lands? I'm sorry. I feel so bad for you right now. That's a shame that you ran out of lands. Get the f*** out of my game, you bitch. Oh, did I get a Pegasus for that? Is my life total going the wrong direction? I'm sorry. $10 says the next card is Hydra's Growth. We have a 1 in 58 shot of it being Hydra's Growth, and I already know it's Hydra's Growth. Cultivate. Oh, that's not good. That is not great at all. Oh, goody goody. Here we go. What is that? This is going to be 5 mana? Whatever. You can't do shit with 5 mana. Whatever it costs 5 mana, I'm going to pin it down. Let's go. I am so sick of this stupid fucking deck. Come on. A second return to nature. Great. I'm so glad that the shuffler loves you that much. Whatever. It's better than some giant board presence. You still ain't going to swing with a bitch because I'm going to pacify her. Oh, and I get to double drop the lands that he doesn't have. That was his last land in case you weren't paying attention. Let's see. Yeah, let's just absolutely just twist the f***ing knife. I'm at 20. I don't care. I'm going to take the bonus card, thanks. There we go. Put some counters on everything. Draw some cards. Do all of the things. Add another land. Sure, why not? Can't kill this many flyers. There's only 2 of these left in your deck. And it's probably these 2 cards, let's be honest. But I'll have 1 Pegasus left. I'm happy about that. So, let's go. Boy, that Isuza was a garbage draw. That's a shame. Yeah, that's put them on the battlefield. Who cares? I don't know what he wasn't casting, though. Like, what could these be? Because, I mean, those were not... That was not a good drop, and that was not a great option. What is this? What? Why would he want haste? What even is this deck? I mean, good for him. He's not playing, like, the net deck, but... Like, what is he doing? Let's see. Need white. Let's just absolutely twist that knife. Here we go. Air Force, bitch. What you gonna do? Okay, so I don't need more land, so I don't need him in play. So I'm just gonna keep him. Eventually, he could ram me with that pretty hard. Probably literally next turn. I think it's 6 or 7 to activate it. Yeah, 6. So, oh, that is a bitch, isn't it? That is a real bitch. That just sucks. So, like I said, when this deck goes off, it goes off. Like it's at full go off queen level right now. Like we're at Twitter levels of go off. Oh, he has reach. Normally I play like I give a shit when it's 27-11 and I'm about to win to not absolutely screw it up, but not now. I'm blinded with rage, clearly. Give me my 3 cards, bitch. 2 cards, bitch. Whatever, I don't care. Oh, that didn't actually hit him, that's why. Boy, this shuffler, it's just staggering, Protean. It's a real treat, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, the guy tracking it over the 10 million games or whatever said that they basically silently fixed the shuffler and it was perfectly flawless like 2 months after he released the report. But let's just say that's not what I'm seeing in October 2020. It's been almost a year, so I mean, I guess what would they do? Re-break the shuffler? But I don't know if you guys noticed compared to paper, because I probably played 10,000 games of paper and 10,000 games of digital, or actually the stats that they mailed me say about 6,000 games of Arena here. Add on 4,000 in X-Mage, you got 10K. Okay, cool. I just feel like the land draws are a little fixed. It's like, how often do you just get stuck at 2 and just stay there? A lot less often than paper. I think there's a little bit of assistance there because they do have like bad game suppression systems. They have said that. They have that for Commander. Oh no. And they have that for let's get out the fourth one. They have that for matchups within limited events. They have like a bad game eliminator, and then they have that in the opening hand system. So that's 3 examples that they've confirmed. So how the hell would they not have like that entire game was lost because I got stuck at 2 mana thing? I mean, it happens. It happens once in a while. But I think your odds of drawing a land go up, and they make it roughly a 1 in 3 draw. I really do. I mean, we've all gotten flooded. You never know. But I think flooded versus stranded are 2 different things. You can still win if you flood. So I don't know. So yeah, I mean, this deck's fun. I mean, you guys saw the gameplay. It was a riot. In fact, if you watched all 3 games as gameplay plus the deck, I mean, clearly you're into my channel. Why the hell not hit the subscribe button at this point? I mean, yeah, you already made it this far. You might as well just press the damn red button. But yeah, apparently like only 2/3 of you are subbed who watch my channel. That's kind of weird. That's actually kind of like a low number from what I heard. It used to be 50%. But yeah, hey, if you want to check out more great content, just keeping it chill, keeping it real on this channel. Just covered the last chapter of the story. We do lore, we do rulings, news, leaks, everything. I'd cover it. This is the channel to be subbed to, as you can see by the sub count. So join the crew and definitely go build this deck. I'd say link in the description. No, the deck list is in the description. Go import it into Arena and check it out for yourself. It's pretty fun. So I will see you guys next video.